All right, you guys. So um, I'm recording the class. It'll be 75 minutes. Please mute yourselves. And you can take a seat um, on the blanket. If you feel like you want to lie down and meditate and breathe, that's great. Yeah, okay, everybody's muted. I'm not going to stay too long. It just take a couple of moments to maybe um, feel yourselves and your feelings. And sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes we really are doing yoga to forget what we're feeling. So you can certainly lie down and put your feet on the floor. If you want to touch in, just try to breathe a little bit slower than normal to pay attention to the breaths. Try to stay tall in your spine. And whatever it is that your feelings are coming, that's okay. Let them acknowledge them. Let them go out away like a cloud that is passing through the sky. Breathing into maybe the thought that you are aware of, feeling the sensations that we are aware of our thoughts, that as human beings we have feelings and thoughts. And as I'm not like a preacher or anything like that, but it's just the moments that are sad in our lives, they pass on. We continue on. We suffer a lot. We have sad moments, but we go on. We get sometimes a little stronger. And sometimes it stays in our heart. So try to feel what you feel and just breathe it. Breathe gently into the feelings and the thoughts. And we're going to slowly undo your cross-legged and want to go right away to hands and knees. So align your knees a little wider, like keep distance, hands also down under your shoulders, spread apart as much as possible. Start to do your cats, your cows, your flexion and extension. If you need to double pad, put a blanket, put a pillow under your knee, and start your movement, lifting your head and tail and rounding your spine. Now here also try to see the breath here, how it moves through the spine, through the head and the shoulders. My my toes are flat, but some people like to tuck them. You can tuck them too. You want to stretch the bottom of your feet, you can tuck and untuck with also the movement of your spine. I'm going to do just one more rounding. This is like cat, pushing arms straight, maybe bending the elbows and getting into what we call the cow, which is also like a dog and a cat and the cow. Now hug in the belly, come to neutral and tuck your toes now. If you haven't, tuck your toes and then see if you can sit back and push the hands. So your hands are pushing. I'm having my hands super flat and I'm just going to see if I have my arms straight and push back, almost like stretch my arms, pushing isometrically your hands. My hands are not moving. I'm just really pressing. And then I'm coming into a little bit of a little flow. So I'm going to come off from that, shoulders past the wrist. And then you're going to go about 5 or more. You can just do it really slow. Coming off the toes and the heels, and then buttocks to the heels, and pressing, stretching your toes, stretching your arms. Okay, one more, and you can go slower. You can stay in the either shape. And this come off and just have one hand, one of the hands, just pointing to your knee. Just take a moment there. And then just shake it and place it, and then do the other one. Just turn it around. We want to stretch our wrists. Sometimes we're too much on our keyboards and our phones, and you can lean back if you have more space. And then shake the hand also off. And then you're going to have them pointing to the edges of your mat. So turning right and left, and your knees under your sitting bones, and they're a little bit closer than normal, a little bit closer. Toes are tucked, and just go left and right, left and right, left and right. Feeling how you're stretching to one side and the other. You can bend your elbows. You can have your knees closer if you want, tuck the toes. You can have them wide. All right, so I'm just gonna have you go into a moment of child's pose. So sit back, you can undo your toes and stretch your hands to the top of your mat. And maybe even lift your wrists and go on the fingertips like little tent hands, little spider hands. Activate the whole arm, the fingers, all the way, the armpit, and all the way to the rib cage and to the hip bone. So lengthen and maybe let the head drop. And breathe here. So if this is too much, you can bring your hands down. If it's too much, you can bring your elbows down. If you want to activate, then you can go a little side to side. We're going to just take it one more breath here. And we're going to slowly come onto the elbows and slide slowly onto the elbows, and then eventually go onto your belly. So take your time here to lower now. Lengthen your legs. And just go all the way down. You can have your hands forward. You can rest your forehead and just wiggle your hips a little bit again. So feel the rib cage, the belly, and you can rest your head. And we're just going to gently lift one leg at a time, just gently. So lift the leg. Try to imagine you don't lift your foot, you lift the leg. One leg at a time, only one leg at a time. So just gently waking up the body, other leg. And just maybe even hold it a little bit longer than usual, maybe count to 3. And you can have your foot flexed or pointing. And then other leg, just really lengthen. Feel the whole leg from the beginning to the toe. Very good. And then drop your chest if you're not there, like I'm not there because I have the mic, but you're just going to do the same thing, one arm at a time. Just they can be wider like a V, or they can be forward shoulder width, and just do one arm and lower, and the other arm. Nice and slow. One more. It doesn't have to be high. And feel the whole body adapting to the just one arm lifting off the ground. Bring your hands back in. So the hands are now under your shoulders. I'm tucking my elbows in, and I can have my feet closer or wider. So just go up to 2 cobras on your own, feeling that you go into what you call your cobra. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be just nice where you engage your low back and slowly make yourself down, and just very slowly up again. So peeling up, feeling the low back working and waking up, and slowly come on back and down, and then tuck toes and back to these hands and knees. So we've been here before. Maybe just acknowledge the hands again, maybe do a little couple of circles side to side, or sway your hips, or go into any movement that feels good. So I'm going to do a little bit of like a thread the needle and a balance here. I'm a very familiar poses. Just go on your own, go into almost like a meditative flow, just feeling how it feels to do it really slow today. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right hand peeling off and opening, and just take a moment there to open the hand. Reaching up, maybe gazing up, maybe bending the elbow. This is hard. When you bend the elbow, touch behind your head. This is hard. And then relax and maybe return to the beginning. Now this arm is going to go behind the left wrist or hand and across to come to a twist here. So you can come on a block or something or a pillow and come across. Take a moment here, feeling how it feels to do that. Beautiful. And breathing here. Then slowly use your hand, the left hand in front of your face or wherever it is, just use it as support to come out. And the arm is going to go up again. And then you're going to just bring it forward, look forward, look forward, look forward. So the arm that was out and across is going to go forward. And see if you can bring your chest down, hug your belly, and do a little bit of balance here with the right hand forward and the left leg back. Breathe here. Now, elbow to knee. Elbow touches the knee or they come towards each other. Maybe they hug and then repeat. Elbow to knee and hug in. And elbow to knee. Very good. Right hand down. And just take a moment here with the leg lifted. Return to normal. Return to the beginning. Hands and knees. And breathe in. And take a little child's pose for a moment. Just return to a child's pose. This time you can have your hands closer. You can put a block right under your forehead. Take a moment to feel there's a little change in the breath. There's a little bit changing of movement in the body. A little more energy, maybe. Just waking up your muscles, doing a little bit of core also. And do the other side. Nice and slow, nice and easy, same little flow. Find your hands and knees, maybe a little cat-cow, a little movement here before you go to the second side. Right hand stays, left arm opens, open up. So you can stay here and gaze up. You can also bend that top elbow, bring the hands behind the head. I know this is really hard. Just trying to point the elbow up is hard, but just try it and then undo it. Release the hand a little higher and then bring it back down and across. And then other side, twist, left hand across, left side of your face or shoulder down. If the shoulder is not making it, come onto the elbow, maybe some side, use the block for something. And just finding this twist here on the second side, maybe walking right hand to the top, maybe walking the right hand to the back. There's so many options here. Find something that feels good. All right, and then use your hands. If it was forward, bring it back. So you use it as like a support to unwind, come out. Find that you have support before you continue to your balance, okay? So left arm is out again, lower it. Start looking forward because you're gonna bring the arm, left arm forward, and then hug your belly before you lift your right leg. So this is your bird dog or balance, hands and knees and balance, reaching forward, reaching back, hugging everything to the midline. And two, core, hugging in, belly and knee to the elbow. And one more. And lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Just place your left hand down and right leg. You just notice it if it's like turning out, just bring it in just for a moment. Balance on two hands and one knee and come back down. We're going to just take a moment sitting. If you cannot sit, you can put like a block on your heels. You can untuck your toes and place the block on your heels. You can put 2 blocks on the heels and just take a moment onto the shins sitting there. And your hands can just rest on your thighs, and you're just going to take some nice, easy circles with your head down. Maybe a little figure 8 if you like. Figure 8. Just relax your neck, keep your shoulders from hunching forward, just nice and neck side to side. Up and down, side to side, figure 8. I'm going in a big mess, so you can do maybe just keep it to side, more organized, just nice and easy with your neck. With that tech neck, always going down, looking down, try to relax shoulders and neck. And then find the neck right at the center. Release your arms, take a breath here, and then interlace your fingers at the top and breathe here. Do the same thing with your arms out and behind you. Interlace behind you, maybe point the knuckles down, point the fingers down, breathe here. See if you can, instead of looking down, look up a little more and open the front of the chest with your shoulders. And I'm just going to try to bring both hands to one side. So from that here, bring the hands and just kind of sneak them onto the side. And this elbow wants to go out, just bring it back. And then another neck, little stretch, your shoulder, left shoulder with both hands to the right. See if you can turn the ear towards the right shoulder. Please don't push a lot, just a little bit. Head to center, release your hands, and then out again, up. Interlace at the top, stretch, maybe the arms lengthen more. Release the arms, interlace behind you, and again, squeeze your shoulders, lift here. Other side with the knuckles kind of coming to the side of your waist. Bring the elbows back towards each other, as if you had like a little magnet between your elbows. And then other side. You're stretching away from where your hands are on the left, elbow to the left, neck to the left. Right neck, side of your neck, stretch. And come back to center. And then we'll come back to the hands and knees. Just put the 2 blocks, if you want, the 2 blocks on the second or the flattest or the highest at the top of your mat to do some little stretches, lunges. You don't need the blocks. You don't have to have the blocks. Depends on you. So from the hands and knees, I'm using just to show you the blocks. I'm going to just step the right foot forward. Okay, so right foot forward. I'm going to see if I put more lights. Much better. Okay, so we're here, just the foot in the front, and just you're trying to sink a little bit forward. And then we'll take a hamstring stretch or half a monkey, we call this. You can take your blocks with you, walk them back with you, lift your toes and sit back. Just do that one more time. Lunging forward, hug your inner thighs together, and then stretch back and sit back. So you can walk your blocks back with you, or you can keep your blocks there. Okay, step forward. We're back on the right foot forward. Tuck your toes in the back foot. Back toe is going to, the back leg is going to lift if you can to take a twist here, okay? So see if you can lift your left leg, power that leg. I still have my left hand on the block, or I can have it no block, and then look over to your right. This is your lunge twist. And if you have your blocks, walk your blocks inside the right leg. And sorry, I'm gonna give you my back, and you're gonna turn to the back of your mat. Okay, so you're in this like wide straddle at the back, and you're gonna go to the side and to the side. Go easy. It doesn't have to look like me, or you want to turn more, you go more, you go lower more. You can stay also very high. You can stay on the blocks. So you're gonna just relax. You're gonna come to the front again, turn the toes in the back, bring the back knee down to the beginning, right? And then step that foot back, and we'll go straight away to the second side. Okay, so the blocks are great. Step the left foot forward and just take a moment to see this foot. Okay, left foot forward, super strong on that front heel and toe. Go forward, go back. If you want, you can lift your toes. 2 more like that. Very familiar, classic. We're just doing it like a meditation, like a moving in meditation, toes up. And yet, these are sometimes, it feels like you never did them before or something. Just feel how it feels now to go really slow, to breathe behind the thigh, the hamstring. Okay, stay at the front. Ready for the second side. So you can stay here and do your twist, right? Or you can power up that back leg, lift it off the ground, make that transition to lift the knee off the ground. You're in a high lunge here. You can have the block, and you can also try bending here the elbow. I know this is really hard, and lift up. Lunge to the left, look down, and then do the same thing. Walk your hands or the blocks to the inside, turn a quarter turn back to the long side of your mat, and then blocks or no blocks, turn the toes and go side to side for a side lunge. Nice and easy. All right, so maybe we do 2 or 3 really slow, and then you walk back. This time, don't go back, and then just step forward. You can bring the knee down, or just step from there to the front. So here we are now folding forward, bending legs a little bit, taking a moment upside down. First forward bending, head really relaxing, heavy. Arms can grab the elbows, or you can relax your hands on blocks. Remember to bend the legs a lot and just walk. And just really slow, bending and straightening, not rushing to forward bend, and just not breathing here. I know it's upside down, but just try to breathe here. So we're not gonna have you come up. I'm just gonna have you come back again on the floor. Okay, so knee down, then knee down. And one more time, right foot forward. This time I'm gonna have you come up, okay? So I'm gonna go just a little bit back so it can be on the screen to step forward on a lunge, and then you're going to bring your both arms up. Just gonna have to move it. Also very conventional. You're scissoring your legs. you're lifting up. And if it's too much, you can open the arms a little bit wider. And then if you have more, you can sink a little bit more to the front. Breathe here. So left knee down, right? My left knee is down. Hopefully, probably your right. Same thing. You're going to bring your right hand on the hip and you're going to take a side bend and breathe here. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's come out of there, both arms high. And then again, they can be nice and wide. And you're going to take 2 twists, okay? So you're going to bring your hands forward in front of your shoulders and just open up that arm to the back. Awesome. And just close and open up the hand, reach back, maybe gaze to it. And then close. Good. Both arms up one more time. Maybe looking up, maybe sinking forward. That's the end of it. The last thing I'm going to add here, just pay attention. You're going to bring the left knee back. So pivot back. Okay, so right foot forward, left knee is going to pivot. And you can try hugging the block. Just have the hand behind your left knee and take a little bit of a wild thing. So you can bring your hand down and your right knee is bent. You take a wild thing on the knee and then slowly, and this is too much, just do a little bit, almost like a little back bend here, and then pivot the foot back into the mat, and then hands down on blocks, and then step forward, other side. You can go from the knees or step back and bring your left foot forward, right knee down. Same thing, other side. Toes can be tucked or flat. Inhale, lift up. Hug your knees, hug your belly, hug everything to the midline, and have your hands out or reaching up. Right knees down, right? And then keep the right arm up. And then side bend. Okay, so right knee down, same arm is there. You can also keep the hand on the hip or maybe slide it like a little half bind. Let's bring the hand back up. Lengthen. Arms forward. Okay, so reaching the arms forward, the right hand is going to stay. You're just going to slide the arm open and reach back for a twist. And then close. And then back open. This is like a open twist. The knees don't bend. Breathe. Both arms high. All right. And then we're going to just take that little wild thing on the knee. So the knee on the floor, you pivot back, you bring it back behind. I know it's hard to bring it back in the knee, in the floor is hard, but try this one here. You can just stay a little back bend, or if you can have your block behind and you kind of feel that rib cage open for a wild thing variation. Come on up, turn the foot back into the mat. And then this time, you're gonna do the down dog. So from the knee back in, you're back into hands and knees. And then your first dog here. Downward facing dog. You just feel the hands. I want you to really bend the legs and feel the whole extension from your tail to your fingers, hugging the arms super strong. The head is just kind of in line with the rest of your spine. Bending the legs encourages the tail to lift a little higher. And eventually you want to heels to descend, but you don't have to have the legs straight, and you can have the heels reaching back. You don't have to. So try bending and straightening if you like, having the arms pushing the earth with the thumb and the index finger, like the inner part of your hands, pressing and sitting back. Super strong torso trunk from fingers to tail. strong in your arms, in your hips, and really use your core here. Even if you don't think so, hug your belly in here. Let's take one plank, just one push-up, strong push-up. You can always bring your knees down and back to your dog. And then we're gonna walk to the front, jump to the front, travel to the front. I'm just gonna take a yogic squat. So when you walk to the front, you can have your block ready there, or you can have two blocks. Widen your feet just a tiny bit and sit on it, or sit without it. Whatever is today, if you want to work more, you want to stay high, just take your version of your yogic squat, hands to the prayer. Just take a moment. And if you are with the block, hands to prayer, stay high and breathe, opening the inner legs, pressing the elbows with the legs out. All right, so we're going to slowly go back and see if you can sit. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of core. I'm going to have my hands either kind of behind me and take a little bit of a lift here, pressing the hands, and the hands can face out or towards you, and lean back and maybe do a little bit of boat pose here. And you can have your toes touching. They don't have to be floating. All right, see if you can release your hands and make a little hand tent with your fingers and go a little left and right. You can have your toes down to the side and to the side, either the legs lifted. Awesome. Just have your feet down and just take a moment here. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of sitting stretching here. So I'm gonna hug my right knee, left leg is long. And from here, I'm going to take a twist, okay? So hugging the right heel is close to my right hip, the left leg is long. With the left hand, hug the right knee, elbow or hand, and right hand really close behind you. Take a twist here. And breathe here, your stretch. Okay, release it. Open the leg, so let the knee kind of fall out and open for a variation of head to knee. So see if you can open it a little wider than usual. And you're going to turn to the left leg or the long leg and fold to the leg. Just come on up, inhale. Okay, right hand behind your hip or behind your right leg, the knee that is bent. Use the hand as a little kickstand, and maybe you're going to go on the shin, on the knee, point the toes in your left and stargaze. Hips are up, maybe hold the hand with your hand, bend the elbow, hold the head, and then lower. Take your time. Very good. Both legs open. Straddle. Okay, from here, I know it's hard, but just take a little cat-cow. Arching and rounding cat-cow with legs wide. Nice and slow. Okay, and then we're going to just go to the Janu Sirsasana and then to the beginning of the stretch, so reversing the steps. So left knee comes in, go towards the right. Okay, so you can just stay halfway. You don't have to touch your knee or bring your nose to your knee or touch your toes. Just feel the low back here. It's a twist here, actually. Coming up slowly. Hand behind for stargazer. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, left hand, left knee, left shin. Bring your foot up, down. Bring your hand to hold the head and hold the head and bring your hips forward and lower down. And then we're going to do the first part, which is left leg hugs in. Step the left heel close to your hip. And then right arm lifts, hug, hold, and do the same as the other side at the beginning, twisting here. Take your time. You can have your hand really close or on fingertips to really use the floor to twist and lengthen your spine. And then return to the center. Both legs are going to bend again. Feet on the ground. And just see if you can do a seated pigeon here with their left leg, right leg across, like that. Okay, so if you're here and that's great. If you want more, you bring your foot closer. And if it's too much, you can decide to change your mind. You can walk your hands back closer, and this is your stretch. Feeling here. You can go a little left and right. Just get out of there. Step the foot back. Before we do the other side, just bring your hands down. Put your feet a little closer, about hips distance. Do a reverse table, just one. And then as your hips are lifting, go a little forward and back. So go rock your knees, go forward and go back. Try to look up and behind or look to your knees. Oh, slowly lower down. Just keep a little relaxed to your ribs, to your wrists. Roll them in and out, shake them. And then lean back, cross the other leg. Either have the leg far, your hands behind far, and just walk the stretch you need to do. Flex your toes, breathe here. So once you get a little bit more into it, you can maybe try a little bit more, or maybe you just breathe the stretch there. Okay, just relax. Baddha Konasana, but very wide in our legs, like a diamond. You can go a little bit to the shins or below and do some circles. Go to the front of your sit bones, to the back, and then reverse. All right, so from here, you're gonna roll your legs around. And we're gonna try to do some standing, not too much, but just a little bit to stand up and do a little bit of chair work. So from the hands and knees, get to your down dog. Just to feel really good in your legs, lift your right leg high, maybe bend the top knee and stay here, pointing the knee high and really working on the bottom leg. Bring the knee a little higher and release it. Same thing, other side. Just feet down, they can be separate. Left leg rises, open up. So you're on two hands, right foot super strong. You can go up on the tippy toe. You can lower the heel, keep the knee pointing up, breathe here. Lengthen, bend if you want, open up, open up, open up. Lengthen and straighten, lower the hips, and then You can bring your hands to the back or you can walk your feet to the front. Take your time, take your pick. And then sit a little low, engage your legs, put the weight on the heels. The legs can be a little separate. The legs can be together, toes together or knees together, or a little bit separate. And you feel the leg strength, arms forward, chair squat. So arms can be in line with your shoulders or a little higher. And then we're going to slowly make our way up to standing up. Please stay standing with the arms super straight. Hands to the prayer, please. And then lower, lower, and lower to the chest, to the heart, to the namaste, to the tadasana. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so you should be close to the front of your mat. And better to step out just a little bit. And just going to widen the legs just a tiny bit. And I'm going to have, starting with both arms high, like both arms high, with this wide-legged and reaching the hands to the sky. And just keep the one hand, I'm going to keep my right hand glued to my ear, and my other hand is going to go down the leg. Now make sure you're not looking down, as you look up, so you feel you're in straight lines, legs are straight, arms are straight, and you're not going forward. Super strong in your legs. Let's go bring both hands high again. And then you can lean, right? Strength in the arms, strength in the legs, inner thighs, outer legs. Maybe the hand lowers to the leg. But just feel that you're not bringing anything forward. You can stay lifted higher or go a little deeper. And breathe. Very simple, but strong. Let's bring both arms high. Take a moment here. And one more time, the hands to the prayer. Okay, let's do a little different. So toes out and heels in and toes out. And take a moment here. Okay, as you lower your legs and you're going to lower your tail, you're going to bring both hands high. And then you bring your hands to prayer. Okay, so just a couple here. Your hands can remain together, or if you want, 5-point star. So arms stay and stay here. Just another breath here. Lower your hands, stay low. Go a little left and right. Side to side. Stay low in your tail. Shoulders high. Awesome. Slowly come up. And just one warrior reverse. And then we'll start coming down on the floor. So I'm going to go to my left side. Right toes in. Left toes turn out completely. Bend the front leg. Okay. So the left hand, the same as the leg in the front, is going to go up. The right hand is going to grab the elbow. You're going to bring the hand to the mid back, and you're going to lean forward and have a little back bend here. That's the only one we're doing. Bending forward into this modification of reverse warrior. Coming up, inhale, release your hands, release the legs, and just going to walk and do the same thing other side. Left foot in, right toes in the front. Get your legs as if you were doing warrior 2, but you're going to go to reverse warrior. So bend the front leg, right leg is the front. Bend the front leg, back leg straight, right arm up. Bend the elbow with the left hand, grab the elbow, and you can stay here, right? On this one, if you want, or you reverse it and try to straighten. I forgot to tell you, try to straighten the front leg. You can bend it or you can straighten, you get more. So stay bent. I think it's safer. Stay bent. Bring the hand to the middle of your back and then get out of there. Inhale. Very good. So you're going to widen your legs, arms open, interlace behind. I'm going to try to hold as we go down slowly into the wide straddle. Okay, so lift your chest and go forward. Chest goes forward. Long spine, long neck. Arms go high, or keep the hands in your low back and fold. Okay, so last standing pose, we're going to start lowering, cooling down. So stay here with the legs super wide. If you are still doing the shoulder, just breathe here. Shoulder stretch and just feel your inner arches, feel your outer toes, feel the inner thighs, the outer legs, and the tail lifted. Release your hands, hands on blocks, hands on the floor, relax. Head heavy, dangle your arms, head, neck, chest, and jaw, unhinge your jaw, relax the eyes. You can close the eyes or just look behind you. And we're going to slowly either step in, walk in, or heels in, toes in, or step in. Bring your knees down. And then we're going to start going on to our backs. Okay, so come down, legs forward, and go on to your back. Right, lie back onto your back. If you want, you can put a blanket to comfort your neck. If you want a little pillow, doesn't have to be a specific yoga blanket. Just lie down on your back. I'm going to go back and bring the mats closer. And just take a moment. I think we haven't even stopped. So take a moment to feel how you are breathing here. You're on your back. You're supported. You can breathe a little better here. We did already almost 35 minutes moving. Please be comfortable here. The legs don't have to be in a specific position, but you can have your knees bent, feet flat, hands on the lower belly, and just breathe through your hands. So much this pausing that brings us back to what we think, how we breathe, and what the thoughts are after some movement. So maybe the mind feels a little more at ease. Maybe the thoughts are a little different from the beginning. Just breathe here. I'm just breathing through my nose. You can exhale out of your mouth if you like. And a little bit of core, just a little more core to get the core really propped up for the relaxation. So I'm going to just lengthen my right leg high. And you can keep the left knee bent and just lift your shoulders and your head and reach your arms behind towards the back of your leg. If you want, you can also hover the bottom leg. So reaching shoulders, breathe here, both legs super straight. You can also keep the left foot down. Just reach forward, breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, if you're doing this, we're going to swiftly switch. So you can bring the foot down and have the leg in line with the knee. You can be super straight and switch it. You can always bring the foot down. And then you can do these. You can bend them, right? You can have them straight. All right, so that's it. Hug your knees in and rest. Bring them to the heart, bring them to the chest, massage your low back. That was not even like 2 minutes. Just relax. Just let it go. That was a lot of and just a challenging little flow, but just quick. All right, just circle, hands around your knees, circle, knees in and out. You can also open and close if you like. You can have the legs separate. Anything at all. This is like no right and wrong. You can also go side to side. All right, so we'll take a bridge, we'll take a twist, and we'll start cooling down. How's that sound? Okay, so bridge, feet down, and the bridge can be with the feet super wide. You're gonna reach your arms over and lift your hips up. And you're gonna lower your hips and lower your hands, top the floor. Okay, and up. Reach your fingers behind, lift your hips a little more, and then slowly, gradually tap and relax. And last one here. Stay in your bridge. Hug your knees in. Knees go forward. Maybe engage your glutes. Maybe breathe a little deeper. Slowly relax. Start lowering your hips. Very good. So keep your hands overhead and just go a little left and right. So it doesn't have to go all the way to the right, just go a little bit. So your hands are overhead, just go side and side. Good. Bring your hands slowly back. One knee, other knee, hug in, or rock and roll. Okay, so I'm going to try to bring the legs both to one side. And you can also bring the block in between. Try to have the shoulders down. You can have your hands in cactus or out like a T and both knees together to the side. Or if it doesn't work, just have your knees on a block, arms open. And you can gaze up or you can gaze out to the opposite side. So stay in the twist for a moment. Feel one breath completely in. And let the empty exiting of the breath relax you. And one more. Start very gently undoing it. Bring your hands in. You can use one leg, use the hands if you want. Step in the center, organize the legs, bring them in one more time, rock and roll. And then do the same thing on the other side. Both knees together or on a block in between or a block under or a pillow or nothing. And the legs don't have to be together. Arms open, shoulders relax, head away from the direction the knees are turning. You can bring the knees higher. If it's too much, you just do what's best for you. Just breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, letting the exhale release you more to the ground. Head to center. Arms return to the body. Slowly bring your feet closer. Get yourself into the center of your mat. Take a moment on the center of your mat. Take a breath here. So what I'm going to do, just a couple of moments, you're welcome, is not quite Shavasana, but it's a little bit of a variation on the, you'll see. So if you have blocks, right? So you're going to have maybe the highest for the head, maybe this one for the low back, mid back. And I'm just going to sit a little bit in front of it. And I'm going to rest my mid back. And I'm going to rest my head on that upper block. Okay. And I can do maybe the lowest, the second one on the block. And then I can open my feet wide. And I can also have my feet like together. So it's like sort of like a Supta Baddha Konasana with the fish pose. So you can do this for a moment. If you have more pillows, you can set them under your legs. You can have your hands onto the low belly or the thighs or even out. Just take a moment. So we'll stay like 2 breaths here, not too much, and then we'll go back to do a little bit of more twist and then return to the Shavasana. So this is just for another way to open the heart, open the front cavity, the lungs, expanding the breath physically. If you don't have blocks, you can put a pillow or a blanket and a cushion pillow behind your heads. You can also change your legs. And just breathe in and breathe out. It's going to be fun to get out. All right. So if your legs are wide, like a sukta, like a butterfly, bring the feet so they're placed on the floor and start rolling out to one side if it's possible. And remove the blocks and go back onto your back for a moment. Just return with nothing, no blocks, no props. Right knee comes in, give it a hug. And roll the ankle. Open it up just a little bit and place the right leg on the top of your thigh. Bring the legs in if you like, or stay in this option. Close your eyes, breathe. You like to sway, you can sway. You can also decide to do nothing. Stay still and breathe. And undo that. Take a moment. Do a little windshield wiper, tiny bit. Just tiny. Good. Get your legs ready one more time, and then other side, either stay here or bring the legs to your chest or not. And remember breathing here. Flex all the toes. Breathing gently and slowly. Sway yourself into the meditative part of the class. Take a moment to set the foot down. Okay, and then one more time, just give yourself a hug. I forgot to do the rolling of the other ankle, so just roll your ankles here. You can also straighten the legs a little bit and roll the ankles a little higher. Flex and point. Really flex, really point. Really rotate in and out. Last one, if you want, you can go straight to your Shavasana or option to do a little bit of a child, like a happy baby, like a reversed happy baby, or what we call, reverse child's pose or happy baby. So your feet can be active or relaxed. The legs are wide. The knees come to the armpits. Take your whole sacrum down. Keep the low back down. No space between your low back and the mat. And breathe here. You can also do a little bit of movement or just stay having the feet flexed if you want them flexed. Really flex them. And try to breathe here also in this stretch, breathing slowly and gently to your body, breathing calmness, breathing serenity, breathing release. All right knees one more time to your chest. Last one, hug yourself tight, like a nose to your knee, and hug tight like a tight little ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then come to your final part. So start relaxing your legs, one leg out to one corner, other leg out. So again, you can put blankets behind the legs. Coming to your final part, your best part, coming back to how we feel our minds and our thoughts. If you want to touch that, and sometimes we don't. So after the yoga, you just establish a little breath and then eventually just let yourself go into thinking, maybe some uh, memories that are a little more gentle to your heart, imagining maybe things that happen or visualizing things that you see yourself being there or imagining. Like dreaming is free. You can dream, you can visualize, use your mind, the power of your mind to visualize memories in the past or plans for the future. Just take a moment to lie down. See that you relax your muscles, relax your arms, the hands face up, the the toes are turning out away from each other. The hips are really relaxed. The belly is relaxing, not holding anymore on the belly. You don't have to hold your face. You don't have to have a social face. Just close your eyes and find your corpse pose, your Shavasana. Just feel the relaxation. Hopefully, if you can stay here 3, 4, 5 minutes. Start deciding if you want to continue in your Shavasana resting. And you can just you can mute the video or stop it. If not, we're just going to start coming out gently and just exaggerate a little bit the breath. Start letting the breath come in a little deeper. And you can open the mouth and sigh it out. And do two more. Just really breathing the breath and almost like exaggerate the amount of breath and exhale longer. Now, there's so many ways to come out. You can simply roll to your side, or you can do it piece by piece. You can bring your legs together. You can bring your arms overhead. You can bring your knees to your chest. You can roll a little bit on your back. You can also have your legs long and the arms over your head, reaching away and getting long, elongating. You can also do one arm at a time, like reaching behind you. Go eventually find your way to sit. Take your time. And maybe you feel like the way to sit feels like more open on the hips. Maybe you feel that. You can also prop yourself on the tip of your blanket. And we're just going to take another moment to sit and allow the moment to feel, to recenter, feel the nervous system, feel your spine. And we'll just take a easy twist to each side, nice and easy. So twist either left hand to the right or right hand to the left. Recenter, and then other side. Come back to center. Just bring your hands forward and up. And at the top, you bring your hands slowly to the chest. For those of you that want to stay a little bit longer, and remember to come out of your Shavasana really, really slow. I hope the practice brings you a little bit of goodness and a little spring in your step, and have a wonderful Saturday and rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much for showing today and coming to the practice today. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. And remember to keep this feeling of gratitude. I didn't say that, but just acknowledge gratitude for your bodies, for your breath, for these moments of yoga, maybe a moment that you feel better with yourself. And Om Shanti. Namaste, everybody. Have a great day.